Is the IEA calling today on Saudi Arabia to increase production because, to make up for other OPEC plus members that cannot increase?
Thank you and good morning. What we're seeing in the report today, obviously, the oil market is incredibly tight. Oil prices continue to surge and now reaching levels that are uncomfortable for consumers across the world. Crude prices, product prices, retail prices, 7-year highs. And we think, higher prices causing inflation, risk to economic growth. It's not in the interest of consumers, but not in the interest of producers either. So what we're seeing is that there's capacity for some members of OPEC Plus to increase production further. And if we continue to see strong demand growth in 2022, as we do expect, we see that there's maybe room to adjust the production increases.
Yeah. But Toril, is it really only Saudi Arabia that can increase production at this point? And what are you expecting from OPEC Plus early March?
Well, we're seeing, of course, the OPEC Plus group has been unwinding their production all over 2021, and in 2020, in January, they did increase production. They didn't increase production by as much as the target increase. So now in January, their collective output was 900,000 barrels a day lower than the target. The continued underperformance has taken out 300 million barrels a day of the market, and that's why we have these very tight, one of the reasons we have these very tight inventory levels today. So, of course, spare capacity is majorly held by Saudi Arabia, but the UAE, other producers in OPEC Plus also have some capacity, but it is primarily those countries in the Middle East that are sitting on spare capacity today.
So what would you like to see from OPEC Plus, and do you think that they'll deliver on it?
We'll wait to see. Of course, the OPEC Plus group, they meet once a month. They're going to meet again in early March. If we're seeing oil prices at these levels and the market continuing to tighten, I think it will be a good idea, will be welcomed by everybody to see that supplies are put on the market to meet the demand for oil. As the economy is still recovering from the COVID, there's a lot of risk going forward. So I think that we will have to wait to see what they do decide